Hello YouTube, and I am back with some more Doctor Who news. It was just announced by the BBC and Russell T Davies that Murray Gold, the former Doctor Who composer who composed through the RTD era and Moffat era, is now back for the 60th, and RTD is the only one that announced that he is back for the next series of Doctor Who, which means he will compose new music for Ncuti's time on Doctor Who. So my reaction to this is that, look, I love Murray Gold. He created some of my favorite themes for Doctor Who. I think some of his best stuff is from like season 5 and season 6, but overall I have loved basically all his stuff and everything. I was hoping for at least to him being attached to the 60th, of course, celebrating the history of the show. Why not bring back the composer who did it? Who brought back the show with RTD, but with RTD announcing that he's going back for the next series, it's like we're getting a lot of old mixed in with new here. Well, some new with Ncuti and Millie Gibson being the Doctor and companion, obviously, and a new TARDIS interior and maybe some new villains and monsters, but it still feels the same, and I'm not sure how to feel about that, because I've always been a proponent about this show moving forward and having new stuff in front and behind the camera, and I feel like we're just going backwards. Like, I feel like we're feeding those people who overly hated the Chibnall era. And were there critiques of it? Yes, there's critiques of every single era, even before RTD, even with the classic series. There's a lot of critiques you can make about every single era of Doctor Who. Nothing new is, being picked over. But I feel like this, people are seeing this as some sort of course correction, are seeing this like, oh, they brought him back because the other guy sucked. It's like, no, the previous composer who came with Chibnall left after, he announced that Power of the Doctor was going to be his final episode. He came in with Chris Chibnall, and it was RTD's choice to pick who he wanted to pick, and he picked Murray Gold. He's been with him on his other shows, so it does make sense. It just feels like the same old stuff, and I'm, for one, thought Doctor Who was about change and, really bringing in newness to the show. And if we're just harking back to the past, over and over again, I'm not sure I'm going to like that. For what I'm seeing from the new stuff when it comes to Ncuti stuff and with what they're shooting now, I'm not going to talk about that because it's spoilers, seems to be very interesting, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to that, at least. When it comes to the 60th, once again, we don't know what's all been filmed. We only see what's been filmed outside because, obviously they can't hide that. We don't know who's possibly going to return or maybe not return. No one knows. Everything is being kept secret about that. So we will see about that. So anyway, I'm of two minds of this. Like I said, I really love Murray Gold's music. Like I said, some of my favorite themes and whatever. But I am bummed for the new series that we're not going to get someone new to bring a new kind of refreshing sound to Doctor Who, like Singwa did for Chibnall's era. So what are your thoughts below, and bye YouTube.